What is good? We are back in the daylight draft room, drafting for $25,000 on drafters. Come and join me in the live chat. Let me know you're there. Should be a fun one. We did start the draft before the stream, but that's all right. We'll get you all caught up. We drew the 4 spot, grabbed a little Bijan, pretty even on Bijan and Gibbs, which is why we went Bijan there. You want a little more details as to why? Go check out my TikTok. I just dropped my first pick of a 125 buy-in. Never too early FFPC best ball tournament for 40,000 on my TikTok. Got a little video dropped earlier today, so make sure you check that out. Welcome into the Daylight Draft Room. I'm JD, the Draft Room Baller. And we're going to have a bit of fun this afternoon. We got the beats going. We got the afternoon Americano. And what are we going to pair up with Robinson? Oh, man, it's hard not to go with Trey McBride. Unless we get really dirty and go a little JT here. Yeah, let's do, you know what? Let's get a little funky. Not my usual starts, but let's go double tight end. Or, excuse me, double running back. I am really liking McBride. I'm pretty sure I have way more McBride, so that's kind of why right now I'm looking at... wow, I don't know about you. X is really funky for me today. I don't know if you guys are having any issues on the X machine, but I cannot post this. I'm trying to drop a post just to let people know we're live, and it's just every time I go to add my... Yeah, it's really funky. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe I got too many windows open. I don't know. See if we can fix this. Get a little post out. Get the people in. Let them know we're live. I didn't schedule this ahead of time just because... Oh, man. Breece Hall is falling. Actually, his ADP is 32 now. You know what? Why not? Why not? Let's go a triple. Wow, even my... Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should have reboot the old laptop, because I am having issues with this. See if we can close some windows here. Might be why. Just too many things open. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. There we go. I think I just had too many things open on the old MacBook over here. Man, Arsenal just putting a whooping on Real Madrid. I don't know if you guys are watching the game at all, but I had it on the background. Rice just kicked a couple sniped a couple free kicks. Right in, just ridiculous. Check it out in the highlights tonight if you didn't watch the game, but if you're into soccer at all. I'm not an Arsenal fan, don't get me wrong. But just some filthy sniper lasers from the free kicks. All right, so we're doing something I don't think I've done this yet, but it's too juicy, man. Starting with Bijan, Jonathan Taylor, and Breece Hall. Let's go. gonna adjust my, see if I can try this X post again. If not, I'm just gonna have to leave it. Hopefully people can find me. Hopefully you guys can find me out there and join me in the chat. Always love a good, busy chat. Usually I schedule these ahead of time, but today was kind of last minute. Just jumped in and pushed the live button. So after 3, Bijan, Taylor, and Brees coming back in the 4th round. I might try something really dirty and different here. Just going to see if this next guy falls to me. Yeah, I'm going to try this. I'm really big on Kittle. I love getting Kittle. I feel like he's in the same tier as those top 2 tight ends. If you look at his efficiency and his production versus the amount of targets that guys like Bowers and McBride actually got last year, and then you tie in the fact that Debo's gone. We don't know when Ayuk is back, if he's going to get traded. I just think Kittle next year could easily be the tight end 1. Yes, Bowers' situation improves with coaching, with the quarterback, Geno getting out there, but honestly, I think Kittle right now is league-winning type value. Even though he's a tight end 3 in the 4th round of a non-tight end preem, I get that. But I think he could smash this year. All right, let's start smashing receivers now. Just trying to see what my options are here. All right, let's go Flowers. Another guy I think that can easily break out in 2025. We've seen flashes. Let's try to get this X machine back up and running here. All right, let's try this again. Apologies, let me just get this done and then I'll get back to the draft. Just want to let the people know that we are live. See if it works this time. Here we go. There we go. We got some action. All right. Post the little link here. Let me know what you like and don't like so far if you're watching. If you're watching this later, same thing. Let me know what you think. These drafters are a ton of fun. I mean, they're not the biggest buy-ins, obviously, but for $10 to win $25,000, and you're looking at 3 receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, flex spot, and there's no playoffs, so it's literally like total on the seasons wins it. That's basically what it is. So you're not necessarily that interested in, you know, correlation with regards to those playoff weeks. There's no playoffs. So all right, where is our link? There it is. Here we go. All right, we rolling now. Make sure I don't miss my pick. There we go. Where's the link? There it is. And we're going to be on the clock here. There we go. We're going to go with One guy who's been growing on me is Shakir. I'm going to grab Shakir. This is a really funky build I got going. This is completely different than anything I've been doing. But why not? Let's have some fun. Man, I'm not having any luck with this X post. Let's try this again. Appreciate the patience if you're watching. Let me know what you think so far of the build in the comments. So far we started with Bijan in the 4 spot. JT and Hall. Hall's going, I feel like, at a discount now with all these rumors about him splitting the backfield, getting traded out of New York. I mean, if he gets traded, you know wherever he's going to go, they're going to use him like a dog. Not use him like a dog, but you know what I'm saying, man. He's going to be a workhorse. And then we came back with Kittle, one of my favorite tight ends right now to be drafting. Then we've got Zay Flowers, Shakir, and Pickens at the receiver position. All right, last attempt at this X post. Otherwise, too bad. People have to find it later on. I just like having you guys in the chat, man, while I'm doing these things live. You know what I'm saying? All right, there it is. We are back. You got my full attention. All right, we gotta keep it daytime. I like the white background when I'm doing daytime drafts. When we do draft room after dark, or not after dark, after hours, is when we will bust the dark mode. I'm a dark mode guy normally. I don't know if you guys do everything dark mode, but if there's a dark mode, I've got it on. However, for the brand, for Daylight Draft Room, we're going to go with the white background, the Daylight. There it is. We finally got it out. All right. The draft has my full attention now. Let's see where we're at. You guys can't even see the board. Look at this. Horrible, horrible, horrible right now. There we are. We're back. So 8th round, as I was saying, there's no playoff weeks necessarily in these drafts. So unlike a lot of those other platforms, you're just looking at 17 weeks straight, total points. You don't have to worry about week 17 correlation and, you know, week 15 playoffs, all that kind of stuff. You're just building your rosters. You know, obviously you want to stack when you can. I'm going to scroll this up a bit so I can get the queue a little more visible. Got Justin Fields in there with my Breece Hall. You guys know I like to stack my quarterbacks with my running backs. So this is going to be the lightest receiver room I've built so far. Let me know what you think. I'm not a robust RB guy normally, but I also like to mix up my builds. So last year, actually, one of my best teams in redraft was a team I built at the end of the offseason. The football guys, no, not football guys. What is it called last year? The Players Fantasy Pros Championships on the FFPC. I built a team closer to the start of the season, unlike any other that I had built. And it's the team that went the farthest for me in that tournament. Let's go Shaheed. I like me some Shaheed. Hopefully he could stay healthy. But ended up with like Kamara, Barkley, A-Chain, Justin Jefferson, all on the same team. And that roster just crushed. We didn't obviously go all the way to the end in the tournament, but it got me the farthest in the tournament anyways. So you got to mix up your builds, especially if you're doing volume. You don't want to build the same team, have the same players. And you could see, like, some of these receivers are not guys I've been drafting. Like, Shakir and Pickens are not guys I've been drafting. But I want shares of them. I'm loving my running back room right now with Bijan, Taylor, and Hall. These are 3 guys I don't think are going to lose any touches to the draft. So I feel comfortable with them right now as my, 3 running backs. I'll add a couple of depth pieces later on. But for now, totally content at that position. We've got Fields at quarterback. And then Kittle, like I told you guys, is just a smash this year for me. With the efficiency he showed last year with not feeling his beats. I don't know about you guys, but we got to switch this up. With Debo gone, just the uncertainty in San Fran, I think he's going to be a focus of that offense for sure. I mean, he always has been, but there's a lot of pieces there with CMC. CMC's another, a guy, I'm not really sure he's necessarily going to be there the whole season, if you know what I mean. Just 3 injuries last year. So we'll see. Some people saying San Fran are in a rebuild. You got to think they re-signed Purdy or signed him to a big contract this offseason. Kittle might be one of the only consistencies, in that offense going into 2025. So you got to think they're going to lean on him. So considering I don't do a lot of these robust RB builds, I do like this so far. We'll see what we can get in the ways of depth, especially at the receiver position. Trying to see if... Oh, a Peanut Punch is in here. Buddy, you got to jump on, buddy. Let him know I see him in the... There we go. Peanut Punch in the one spot. He was on last week. Unfortunately, he had issues with his headset or his mic or something. There he is. There you are, brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I was just talking about you. I was just saying that we had you on last week. We had a bit of an issue with an echo, but otherwise it was fun having you on, man. I just noticed you were on. I was having an issue with X trying to get the post out. It was getting all finicky on me, so I got on late. Draft was already started by the time I got on, and it's all good, man. We're streaming. We're live. We got the music going. Liking the build so far. See what you've got going so far. Can I click? If I click on your... Yeah, there it is. So far you've got Burrow, Caleb. Nice start. I like it. Oh, solid start, man. Get a closer look after this. Let me see what I can get here. Another guy I'm not drafting a lot is Quentin Johnson. I got to throw a couple shares into the good old ownership portfolio. The nice thing about this kind of build, if I go robust RB like this in the beginning and then get myself, a decent tight end, have my quarterback, I'm just trying to smash guys that are going to give me spike weeks. I'm not necessarily drafting guys that I think are going to, go strong the entire season. So we don't know what happens in LA with regards to the draft, receiver. I mean, they brought in Conklin already. They have Disley there. Palmer's gone, though. So I think even if they bring a rookie receiver, you got to think Johnson, he's been building his rapport with Herbert, you know, for the past, since he's been there as a rookie. So we saw him take a step this year. He was surprising. Wasn't a guy I was on. Let me pull him up real quick. Hopefully my volumes are good. Let me know if the volume's off there. Aaron. Where are you, Mr. Johnson? Oh, we're going to be on the clock soon. All right, we'll get back to that in a second. This is definitely a Romeo Dubs type of build. Anytime I'm just smashing receivers like this, trying to fill out my wide receiver 2 flex spots, these are the kind of guys I like. Tillman I have a lot of. I do love Tillman. You guys know that. There's Palmer. We talked about him. So far we've got Justin Field, Bijan, JT, Brees, Zay Flowers, Shakir, Pickens, Shaheed, Hollywood Brown, Quentin Johnson, Romeo Dubs, and George Kittle is the build after 12 rounds. Wow, I cannot find this guy on Player Profiler for some reason. Am I misspelling his name? What's happening here? I am definitely misspelling his name. There we go. All right. Let me get my pick ready, and then we will get to Mr. Johnson in a minute. I feel like I got to go Tillman here, my boy. Yeah. Hard for me not to take Cedric Tillman in this range. So Quentin Johnson last year finished wide receiver 37, but again, you're not necessarily looking for him in a build like this. You're looking for spike weeks. You're looking to fill really your receiver, 2-3 flex spots. So week 2, he was wide receiver 11 with 22 points. Wide receiver 8 in week 9 against Cleveland with 22 points. Gave you a couple 15-point games and then a nice 31 banger in week 18. So as much as week 18 wasn't part of the 17-week, season necessarily, pretty sure it's... Let me just make sure I'm not talking out of my you-know-what here. He's basically showing you his ceiling is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, week 1 to week 17 and no playoff is how it works on Drafters. If you're new to Drafters, check out the bottom of the screen. Get yourself a really decent... Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate that, man. Get yourself nice little bonus here with my promo code. Draft Room Baller. There's a link there. Put your first deposit in. You get $100. 100% deposit match up to $100, which is a pretty sweet deal. especially in a site like this where the buy-ins are a little smaller. And right now you can even draft for the Masters. They got all kinds of sports, not just football. They got hockey, baseball, whatever you're into, they got it. They even have UFC prop bets you can get set up on there. So all right, what are we doing here? It's coming quick. So we've loaded up our receiver room. We're at 8 receivers, which is pretty sweet considering how we started. I was thinking Ward there. I don't mind Darnold. Let's see what falls after that quarterback wise. He might be the last, not the last, but you know, kind of that last. Actually, we're gonna push it. And I don't have any Palmer. I don't think I do anyways. Good old Canadian kid. We'll add him to the room. That would be my only complaint about this platform is I wish I could see the board and the player queue a little better. You know what I mean? If you know how to do that, let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. This is actually a good Blake Corum type of build. So I like him as my RB4 here. So far after 15, we've got Justin Fields, Bijan, JT, Brees, Blake Corum at running back. Our receivers are Flowers, Shakir, Pickens, Shaheed, Hollywood Brown, Quentin Johnson, Romeo Doubs, Tillman, Palmer, and Kittle at tight end. Actually, considering I don't do a lot of these robust RB builds, I really like the way this has turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you remember to smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Sometimes I schedule these ahead of time. Sometimes I'll just jump on anytime during the day when I feel like it and there's a draft filling like today. So apologies if you made it this far in the show and when you came on it was already started and I was fumbling around. That's, you know, every once in a while I'm going to come on and just get a live stream going just to give you guys something. Get to talk some best ball, some roster construction, talk some players. Glad Peanut Punch can join us today on this one. Aaron's always a good time. I've got a show that I did with Aaron, a one-on-one that I want to get out to you guys. We're just trying to figure out how to cancel out the echo. Once I get that figured out, I'm going to drop that on the channel, so make sure you subscribe. The art of the draft. Hey, Danny boy. What's up, Dan? Appreciate you, man. We got to get you on very soon. All right, where are we going here? So I'm actually going to go Jawan here. We've already got Shaheed. I'm going to grab Johnson. True North is in the house. Wow, we got a full house, baby. I love it. What's up, Trav? What's up, Dan? What's up, Aaron? Some of my favorite boys. Make sure you follow all these guys on the X Machine. Bunch of savages in the draft rooms. Some of the sharpest guys I know out there in Fantasyland for sure. I'll be getting all these guys on. Like I said, I got a show to drop that I did with Aaron Peanut Punch last week. And I'll be getting Dan and Trav on shortly to do we'll do some live draft. We'll do a one-on-one interview with them as well. Now, the plan was to add Carr to this build. So we've got Juwan Johnson at tight end. We've got Shaheed as one of our receivers. And now we've got Carr as our QB2. Oh, nice. Trav might have an echo solution for us. Appreciate that, buddy, because I've got my first episode of The Art of the Draft I did with Peanut Punch. Some gold in there, and I want to make sure I get that out to the peeps. But unfortunately, he didn't have a headset on. So if you can help me out with that, that'd be awesome. I was doing a bit of research again before I came on today, but we'll see. If I can't fix it myself, I will definitely reach out to you. Yeah, I appreciate you, buddy. I was going to try doing it on CapCut. I loaded up the video in there, and then we'll see if I can get it done in there. If not, I'll reach out to you for sure. Make sure you're following True North Fantasy, guys, and the Undroppables. Trav's on both of those. Peanut Punch with his hand over his face. It's all good, brother. It's happened to every one of us. I wouldn't worry about it. Aaron, man, we've all done it. The tech issues for sure. Ask Dan, he knows. Dan and I have been on. No mic, no sound. Laptops rebooting right in the middle of a show. Hey, you name it, man. We've been there. Yeah, see, there you go. Shit happens, man. It's all good. We're all here to have fun, learn off each other, get better off each other. That's what we want to do on this channel, is make you guys better drafters. Haha. There you go. That's hilarious. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many times, man. I started doing these things in like... Appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's what we're here for, man. We just want to make you guys better drafters. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing podcasts, shows, live streams since like 2017, I want to say. Still get the odd, technical challenge every once in a while. That's just part of the game, man. Dan knows what's up. Make sure you follow the overhyped sleeper out there on X. No E on the end. One of, if not the sharpest mind I know in fantasy, whether it's Best Ball, Dynasty. That's my boy right there. Make sure you're following him. All right, what are we seeing here? Let's get something fun going. Ooh, I see the funness. Oh, you know what? I've got... I don't draft this guy at all. All right, let's do it, man. Let's get Old Man Rodgers on this build. We've got Fields, Carr, and Rodgers. I do have Pickens, so if he does stay in Pittsburgh, at least I got a bit of a stack there. There it is. You see in the top right of the corner of the screen, overhyped sleeper. Make sure you follow. And like Dan says, man, there's nothing you can't fix. And even if you can't, it's all good. It's all good, man. We fix it if we can. If not, we just do it another time. So after 18, I've got Justin Fields, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers. A little dirty at the quarterback position. I don't mind that. Bijan, JT, Breece Hall, and Blake Corum at running back. Zay Flowers, Shakir, Pickens, Shaheed, Hollywood Brown, Quentin Johnson, Romeo Doubs, Cedric Tillman, Josh Palmer, good old Canuck, and then George Kittle and Juwan Johnson at tight end. Dan, you're a tight end guy, man. I was saying before, I don't know if you were listening earlier, but I think right now Kittle, as much as he is the third one off the board, just for me, league-winning type right now that you can get on your build. If you look at his efficiency last year, points per game, what he did with the amount of volume he did versus those other guys like above him, Brock Bowers and Cherry McBride, if he gets that increase in targets with Debo missing and just all those questions in San Fran, I just think he can smash big time next year. All right, what are we doing here? Hammering Kittle everywhere. There you go. You heard it here first, man. All right, I think I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go Kareem Hunt here. Let's do it. The auto draft did it. You heard it from Dan, the tight end whisperer, man. You got to hammer Kittle everywhere you can. I just grabbed him in the 125 I'm doing. If you want to follow along, I'm doing a 125 buy-in for $40,000 on the FFPC slow draft, and I'm posting on my TikTok every pick, an individual video. So I posted today the 104, who I took at the 104. Go check it out. Look for Draft Room Baller on TikTok. It'll be on my YouTube Shorts later on today as well. Yeah, I agree with Dan. It's a really fun year for tight end because it's so deep. You can either pick one early as your anchor and then grab, one later on in the in the non-tight end premiums. In tight end premium, you can do so many things. And if you want to wait, you can just smash the values later on. Yeah, there you go. Dan's saying it right there. All levels of the draft, exactly. So tight end is definitely a fun position this year. I find a receiver can get tricky. It kind of ends at a certain point where you're just like grossed out as you go through. Peanut Punch says he's got so much Kittle. That's good, man. That's a good bag to have. I'm telling you. I wouldn't be surprised if Kittle is the tight end one this year. If he gets that increase in volume, stays healthy, gets those targets. Yeah, those are some nice stacks. You've got the Niners stacks. Trav's got a few good ones here. The Raiders stack is definitely a nice one, especially if you can get Bowers. Geno goes late. Myers is always at a good price. He always outperforms his ADP. And then the Packers with, probably my second favorite tight end in Kraft. All right, last pick of the draft. We got 3 quarterbacks so far, 5 running backs, 8 receivers, and 2 tight ends. I'm going to throw in... let's throw a little rookie. Let's throw a little rookie in. There we go. So there's the build, guys. After 20 rounds on drafters, $25K for first. We've got Justin Fields, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, Bijan, JT, Breece Hall, Blake Corum, and Kareem Hunt at running back, Zay Flowers, Shakir, Pickens, Shaheed, Hollywood Brown, Quentin Johnson, Romeo Doubs, Cedric Tillman, Joshua Palmer, the good old Canadian kid, and then George Kittle, Juwan Johnson, and Arroyo for a nice Hail Mary in the last round at tight end. Why not? That was fun, guys. If I didn't have to go pick up my daughter right now, I would totally do another one. Nice. Dan, if Dan approves, the tight end whisperer, if he approves, Trav approves, guess Arroyo was a good pick. I'm glad I threw that in there. Guys, I really, really appreciate you guys jumping into the live chat. Again, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop your comments. Those help in the algorithm for people to find my videos. I appreciate all the support, guys. Any support. Check me out on TikTok, on X, Draft Room Baller, and we'll check you all later. Peace.